So have you ever been like this? Oh, I'm gonna fall. Oh, wait. Hello everyone, I'm ExcelsiorVFX, and today I'm going to be showing you guys a concept I have. This is kind of like a proof of concept of a way to make better parkour maps. This isn't like how to make parkour maps, but with some tools of the latest snapshot, you can do some pretty cool things, which makes a lot of other techniques of making parkour maps obsolete. So I hope you enjoy, and I hope that this is very informative, and honestly that nobody's thought of this before me, because I really haven't checked. Okay, before we get started, I just want to point out I'm in the latest snapshot. This is 14W28B, so just whenever 1.8 comes out, use that. But sorry, I'm so sorry, I can't do anything about that flashing background. I know, I'm pretty sure that's just a really bad bug. But I've set up this tiny parkour map. So have you ever been like this? Oh, I'm gonna fall. Oh, wait. So have you ever made a map and you've always wondered, how am I going to make my checkpoint? Or how am I going to set up so that a player can get back if they fall? Well, I have built something that all those command blocks there, that's it, and those two that are right on my crosshairs aren't really even necessary. But it doesn't just work in creative, it works in survival. So actually, I'm not going to clear my inventory, but if I jump down, I do take damage, which you can maneuver around that, but I just decided that you would take damage. But those two command blocks there are what give you the saturation and the resistance, which keeps you from taking too much damage. But then if I keep this open, if I jump off and I keep this open, after I fall, you'll notice I get that regeneration. That's also in the command blocks. So I'll explain why this is so good and how to build this yourself. Here's some reasons why this is a better technique than before. This is fully automatic, and also it also is an automatic checkpoint system, because how it works is basically once you fall. Now I'm working on dirt, because dirt is different than grass. Unfortunately, I wish grass was just a different data value of dirt, but it's not. But what I'd do is I'd fall. Then those command blocks detect if there's dirt under me, and if there's dirt under me, then a couple things happen. First of all, I get teleported back up here. Then I get that regeneration effect, and that makes sure I don't die. Now you might be wondering, this doesn't have anything to do with checkpoints. Well, let me show you something. If I grab some netherrack, what you could do is you could have this section set up with dirt and this section set up with netherrack, and then you could, I'll show you later, change the command in here and put it in a new command block that would teleport you somewhere else. So if you fell into here, you teleport somewhere else. I know it's a little hard to understand at first, I get it too, but also you can cover it up. That's another advantage. You don't have to have the dirt showing or the netherrack showing. In fact, I could just cover all this up. You could never tell the difference, but you would have the checkpoint. But I'm just going to put that there for visibility reasons. Okay, now let's get started on the tutorial. Okay, so the first part of it is a clock. This doesn't have to be a clock like this. It can be faster with the filling and replacing of a redstone block, but I don't think that's necessary, because that really lags my machine, believe it or not, more than this does, and you don't really need something faster than this. In fact, I think you could even just make it a simple hopper clock if you had to, but this is what I have. In fact, you could just put redstone there, but yeah, and then something to turn it on, but I'm not going to turn it on. The next These are the main command blocks, but I'm going to start with the kind of unnecessary ones. Oops. The first one affects every player with resistance, which, another key feature of 14W28B, finally, they changed the ID, like the number IDs of the potion effects and the enchantments to be words, which is great, so you don't have to remember as much as long as you remember what it's called. So that gives them resistance. And then this gives them saturation. And you might notice, why is this 20 and this 1? Well, I think that might be a bug, but it's been in Minecraft for a while, so I don't know if just nobody's noticed it or if it's actually intended. But this is the seconds amount, so this gives it to you for 1 second, even though it appears like it's 0 seconds. It still applies, though. However, down here, every time you use saturation, and I think it's mining fatigue, it might be something else, but I know that there's one more that's like this, that in fact you actually have to do the amount of ticks that it lasts for, which I definitely think is a bug, but I might be wrong since it hasn't been solved yet. So even though this looks like it's for 20 seconds, like it says down here, it actually appears as 0 over here because it's only for one game second. Okay, now onto the actual main basis command block, or the vital command blocks. First of all, we have this one, which you only need to do once, but for some reason I like it to go on forever. Is scoreboard, objectives, add, then a dummy variable, which I just called it fall. So anytime I refer to fall, that means this scoreboard objective. You don't have to use that, but I decided to. In fact, this is unnecessary too, but I'm going to set the display of fall, sidebar to fall. So you see I have a score there. So this command block down here is probably the meatiest, I guess you could say, of all the command blocks. It's pretty much without this, none of this would be possible, and this is really the new feature. This is execute, and I'll go through all this command so you can just type it in. And remember, all these commands are down in the description of the video, so if you're lazy and you want to copy and paste, then you can. So it's execute at A. Now you could do at E, but I think that'd be a little weird. So it's just all the players. Detect. So this detects the block that's these coordinates from the player. So I'm right now detecting the block that's -3 on the y-axis. So if I'm here, it's detecting the block. Oh, actually, if I'm here, it's detecting bedrock, because that's the one that's 3 blocks below me. Wait a minute. Excuse me. It's detecting dirt, because that's the one that's 3 blocks below me. So 3 blocks below you, that dirt. And then if it finds that, this 0 is just to say that it's dirt. If it finds it, it'll apply this command, which says scoreboard player set, this is just like me, to 1, a score of fall. So if you'll notice, if I turn it on by putting this here, if I fall down, you'll see momentarily I get a score of 1 under fall, and that's what causes those other 2 command blocks to work. Now the next 2 are really the ones that actually you can see. This one teleports at player who is the score, or the closest player who is the score of falling minimum to 1, that's 1, so pretty much the person who just fell, to these coordinates. Now, of course, you'll change these coordinates whenever you make your map, but that's what teleports you. Then this is just the one that gives you regeneration. In fact, I don't even need that Minecraft. There you go. Affect the player who just fell with regeneration for 2 seconds with level 4 and hide the particles. Okay. So the last command block here, you actually do need a repeater here just to give it a second to so that these 2 both work and it doesn't do this command first. This just sets all the players who to 0 so that nobody keeps their score of 1, so they can just fall again and it'll work. Now I will quickly set up a 2 checkpoint system, and I'll be back to show you that. Okay, I'm back with a progress update. This is just a little course. This sticky piston marks the next checkpoint because I couldn't think of anything else. So I'll quickly do a run through, then I'll explain how it works. Okay, I'm sorry for some lag. I don't know why I'm getting such lag like this. Okay, so you start here. Oh, I failed that jump. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, I failed that jump again. There we go. There we go. Okay. Yay, I got to the checkpoint. Oh, I just fell. Oh, yay. Oh, no. Okay. This concept relieves a lot of rage. Okay, so pretty much how it works is instead of detecting dirt like it did before, it now detects cobblestone in this area, and it detects bedrock in this area. So if I fall and there's cobblestone below me, it teleports me here, but if I fall and there's bedrock below me, it teleports me here. Of course, you should probably use different blocks than this, like, I don't know, but one quick note, if you're going to use colors, which might be smart, you have to remember that you have to change the data value to, which the data value right here is what signifies what color something is. And of course, I changed dirt here to cobblestone, and in this one I changed it to bedrock. And then, of course, I have this teleportation coordinates changed. And that's pretty much it. Now I'll show you an actual application of this. Okay, now I have for you a much more user-friendly version, which you might want to put a boundary there to signify that that's a checkpoint, but I can still fall, and even though there's netherrack right below me, the test, which, by the way, if this was actually real, I would have changed all those to cobblestone too, but anyway, the test tests not just one block below you, but like 3. Now, the only disadvantage is that on a multiplayer server, this could get quite laggy. Not only can it get quite laggy, but it can glitch whenever there's, say 2 people fell at exactly the same time, only one of them would be teleported back up. So this, of course, isn't perfect. This is only a proof of concept, and I actually might make a map with this design. And also, if a person were here and they jump back, they could just teleport to here. But there's simple ways to change that with scoreboard objectives and such, but I'm not going to explain that in this tutorial. I might do it in a different tutorial. But anyway, that's about it, guys. I hope you learned something from this tutorial, and I'll see you more in this in some map making. And I'll see you again in some more map making tips.